We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Throwing on first down, Robinson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Operating from the gun, Robinson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st and 10, Robeson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin. It
feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 3rd down, Robeson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watkins. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Inside Pittsburgh's 10. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Robeson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. After one, our score 9-6. they go play action here on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looking to throw on second down. Robeson flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Robeson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Robeson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Robeson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
No gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Rondale Moore
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A give to Williams, running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any work?
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Robeson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
To throw on 3rd down, Robeson, and that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jones now to throw on third down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off at the 14.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Robinson. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Robeson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Robeson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. Robeson looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Robeson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw. Robeson. Flushed out right. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Robeson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Christian Barmore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Robeson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Robeson. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robeson. Escaping the pressure right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Robeson eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on 2nd down. Robeson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down. Robeson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown,
Steelers.
Rondale Moore there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Throwing on first down, Robeson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Robeson flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits Moore.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Robeson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 1st down, Robeson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 30, the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams,
82 yards.
And the Broncos on one play have taken the lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist. Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Or you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes.
231 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.